It's a rubber match for flyweight gold. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the co-main event for UFC 270 between Brandon Moreno and Deiveson Figueiredo. Of course, these two first fought back at UFC 256 at the end of 2020. It was an impromptu matchup where both men were coming off of fights that weren't but just a month before. That unstable foundation, if you will, almost makes you want to throw that fight out, except it was a really fun fight that went all 5 rounds. I scored it 4-1 Deiveson Figueiredo, which would have made it a 48-46 scorecard, including the point deduction that he did earn. However, 2 of the other judges saw 47-47, so the lone 48-46 was not enough, and we run it back last year in June. It was an anticipated rematch, but unfortunately for Figueiredo, who was favored to win, came out flat, got dropped in the first round, controlled in the second, and ultimately put away in the third as Brandon Moreno became Mexico's first UFC champion. Now this Saturday, they do it for the 3rd time. At the time of this video, Tipico Sportsbook is favoring Brandon Moreno, the sitting champ, in the neighborhood of -180 with the comeback on your underdog Figueiredo at +140. Now, these odds can feel a bit wide for what maybe should be a pick'em fight at this point. These two are very competitive when they are at their best. However, it's hard to say that Figueiredo was at his best last time around. Now, I don't want to harp on that because it kind of disrespects the performance put on by Brandon Moreno, who came out, and really he kind of always comes out and does his job. He is arguably the more consistent of the two, and I don't think that's a hard argument to make. That being said, it's a hard fight to pick because you don't know which Figueiredo is going to come. Is it the world beater or is it not? We've seen him win decisions that maybe he shouldn't have won, and we've seen him get away with some bad decisions that allowed him to put away certain fighters and defend his title. So it can be very tricky when it comes to Deiveson Figueiredo. However, one suspicion I have had with Figueiredo is that he is not long for this weight class, which is probably why I've been asking for a fantasy fight for him and Peter Yan since 2018, because I think the man is a future bantamweight, pretty much. And if you look at the fights that he officially did lose, in the UFC that is, they were all fights that had a longer gap of 6 months or longer. This fight this Saturday will be that similar time frame. So we'll see if Deiveson Figueiredo can buck that trend. And I think it's a trend because I think that Figueiredo can fight better at flyweight if he's active and making the weight. But now he's 34, and we've seen him struggle a lot of times, especially as of late. I've already seen him on his Instagram stories already having sauna time on Tuesday of fight week. So I don't like these signs. For that reason, I'm going to pick the fighter who I believe is more better suited for the weight class, and that is Brandon Moreno. I don't know if he's going to get the finish, especially if Figueiredo has another bad weight cut. Perhaps he does. But I'm going to say that this fight goes to decision either way. You probably get some nice odds, some nice angles on the overs, depending on who you like and how confident you are. But be careful betting this fight because it could be that Forrest Gump box of chocolates. You might not know what you're going to get. Check out my in-depth breakdown for why I'm going with Brandon Moreno for more details, as well as path to victory for Figueiredo. And also keep it locked to MMAJunkie.com for results this weekend.